Good morning, 11:02 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Wednesday, December 27th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we can see, XRP's had a little bit of a rebound here. We're up 1.85% on the day. The market cap's up about 632.5 million, up about 1.88% to 34.26 billion. Let's start right there as we'll get through this in a desirable fashion, and we'll leave this all out here with all the information needed for this morning's trades. We'll take a look at the relative strength index, we'll take a look at the volume, and we'll also take a look at the general flow and above the pivot points. So right now, XRP, and please make sure to hit that like button if you're watching this content, and share this on social media if you'd like to help expand us through not just the algorithm, but also improve our analytics. And then if you appreciate my work, take a chance on us if you watch, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. As we're approaching 19,500, we're very, very close. 19,490 and some change. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. I really, really do. And thank you all for being here during this holiday season. It's a beautiful time. XRP, we bounced off 33.15 billion on the market cap. We're on our way up to about 34.9 billion to see about a rejection. We've got a little bit of room left in the RSI. However, we did not clear out the rest of the way like I would have liked to last night. Anybody who was watching my live knows what I wanted last night. Instead of this little meaningless push up right now, which is basically, if you're looking at this, I'm not saying it's meaningless, but we did have this little bull flag set up we talked about, and I was hoping it would break down to a double bottom, build up that relative strength a little bit more than that oversold, and then we could have a more explosive bounce. As it is, we bounce back up, and now we're going to start trending back in to that overbought area in due timing. So we're probably going to have to wipe this out again here. 2 hourly's getting back up there. We still got a little bit of room, though. That's what I'm saying. I think we can still come up to 35 billion, even if this is a fake out, and then continue on for a little bit more consolidation. We are showing it's kind of like a little dragonfly. It's a bearish dragonfly right now, but it's still there. So we still have to pay attention to it. We know in the weekly we're still bouncing off a golden cross. It has not got that volatile spike. We came back down to hold the 20. So that's actually not a bad sign in the weekly that we came down there. I would have liked to have come back all the way down to 30.89. But that's just me. It's not completely necessary, but it would have really favored us in the RSI. That relative strength would have been way in the oversold, and it would have been a volatile spike this morning. As it is, we could be trying to put in some reversal candles here. I'm just calling it for what it is. We'll see what happens here. Our next major line is to hold 63. We're over it right now briefly. And then ultimately is to get over the 65 cents, because I still believe it's in the deck of cards. Even if we're bearish, even if it's bearish, I still believe it's likely in the deck of cards here to come up to the top of this bull flag, which is right around 68 cents. But before we can get there, we've got to break out of this rising channel. This broadening wedge. And that would give us the validity to bounce out. Right now, and it's so hard because it depends how you want to do this, because I know a lot of people will say, well, Tom, you got updated evidence. Why wouldn't you do this? But if we're doing it to before the breakout, that was the wedge. I know you can expand it, but you can always expand it into different directions. But to me, this makes the most sense from pre-breakout. And now we're right on the resistance here. That's 63 and some change right now, 63.40 as we go on the uptrending resistance. That's a major area. 63 is a big area, but now it's up to 634. You break that and hold, you should have, and it's not that you just have nothing over the top to 68. As we found out yesterday or 2 days ago, there is, on Christmas Day, there's something above 65. There's 63, and it's this 65 cent resistance. Right now, it's going to be about 654. So you need to get on top of 634, and then ultimately get on top of 654, which is 65.4 cents. They're not fib levels. I don't do Fibonacci retracements. Just not what I like to do. I like to draw it out myself, freehand, so that I don't get lazy. But that's just me. I'm not saying there's not value for a technical trader, which there is in the Fibonacci. I'm just saying my own personal way I like to approach the market. And I'm not a financial advisor, so I could just be some schlood. So anyhow, this 63.4, if we get over, then we got the 654 rising channel resistance. And there's nothing we can do. We're still breaking out of this, what looked like a bear flag within a bull flag disguise. Broke up here now. Couldn't we argue, as we already have, as you see that formation above the bottom bull flag, Can't we just argue, which we don't even need to, but we're in another bull flag. We can see it. So if we can break out of this, yes, 634 is first layer. 654 would confirm the break up to 68 cents. The technical move off of a break above here, above 68 cents, as we can see in a hold, which it could come all the way down here to 67.5 cents on January 6th. But still, it's the same technical target on a breakout from the bull flag. I would have loved to have seen us cleared out this RSI last night. We had a beautiful opportunity here. Instead, it's come up for, it could be a rejection here as we're to the trend line. We'll see what happens here. I really would have liked to have seen us clear this out yesterday so we could have ignored it in the days to come. But as it is, we're back to the top of the broadening wedge, and we're going to know very quickly if that 634 holds, if we get a rejection, or if we start coming back down to the bottom of the formation. Everybody knows who watched last night. After this bounce up, I really wanted to see it retest for a double bottom down at around the 60 cent level. On the bottom of the broadening wedge, it could have even held the bull flag. I didn't care. I just wanted it to come down and retest the second time. It would have, that RSI would be in the oversold like you wouldn't believe this morning if it would have just done that simple move. Instead, everything opposite reacts. So, you know, you have to have a reaction to the opposite side if it doesn't go down. And now what we've decided to do is retest the broadening wedge. Now, some could look at this as bullish. Some would also look at this as bearish because now it's looking for a bearish rejection instead of coming down for a bullish support. See, that's the thing. We already came down for one support that was bullish. But now the fact that we've skedaddled up here, the only thing I've seen of any positivity is this one candle of 3.939 million. The only reason I'm not excited about it is it happened right before the trading day started in the stock market. So, like, if I'm seeing this, I'd like to see the European market show some support here too. But they were not having it yesterday, the Asian markets, until later. So that's what I'm seeing for XRP. I think we've got a very big stronghold on XRP. There's the market cap. We've talked about the bull flag. We've talked about the broadening wedge. We've talked about the potential targets on the way up. And if we were to break down the targets 532, 53.2 cents. Don't trick yourselves. Don't make this harder out than it has to be. Stay within the formations. Let the pattern formation speak for you. As I always say, we don't play the victim here. We play the winner, and being the winner, we have to have all the information, not just on the charts, but the news alike, so we can make a educated and informed decision, and we can build a proper perspective of where we're going to go. If you want to support me even further, you can always join Tom's Army or send a YouTube super chat. If you are looking to trade XRP, make sure you take advantage of the ways I do. It's in the video description below and or pinned comment. You can futures by longing or shorting the market. You can spot trade, and it's going to be the lowest spot maker fees, whether you're futures or spot trading on the market. And you can trade worldwide or in the USA alike. Just take a look at the video description and make sure you hit that like button, as it's the most important thing you can do for me this morning, and share this far and wide. Make sure you watch out for each other, as it's the biggest indictment on humanity, the way we treat each other. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day, because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, it's going to be a very rough and slippery journey to 2028.